Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I just did the same live on Instagram. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. This is for all Moorish American Muslims. I don't care about your Supreme Grand Sheikh. Come on in here. Come on in. Come on in. Go and get those other brothers and sisters. Yeah, go get them. Yeah, go get them. Tell them to check this out. Straight al-haq. Al-haq. Without hate. No hate speech. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. This is your brother Arnil Bay. It is a beautiful day in Carbondale, Illinois. Praise Allah, Allah alone we give praises to. It is like 40-something degrees out here today. Woo! And I've been receiving downloads. It's been hitting me over the head. Pow, pow, pow. So I just want to share some of these downloads, because a lot of people are confused on the Moorish Science Temple of America. If you think that the Moorish Science Temple of America is divided, please listen in. If you think there's no saving power inside of the Moorish Science Temple of America, please listen in. If you think that your group of the Moorish Science Temple of America is the only group, please listen in. Islam. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Share this video. Share this video. This is not for those who are just in the temples. I do not represent just those inside of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The temple. I represent the ills and bays who will their way to Allah, whether they go to the temple or not. Yes, we understand with us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are part and partial. Hear that? Okay? Part and partial, Moors, Islam. So follow me as we go into this a little bit in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Again, this is not a hate speech. We will not speak radical against any group of the Moorish Science Temple of America. We will share with you what's good for you and your family. She said these are the original lights. They're supposed to go in there. I know.
So you ain't got nothing to say about that?
Nope. It was the one who ride the motorcycle. You know who I'm talking about? The older dude. Y'all excuse me, I just had my brother. We actually just started a Maxim Enterprise LLC, has a mobile mechanic service now. And that's my mechanic. And I'm testing him out, just like I do in the temple. I'm testing him out and see how good he's on my cars, my vehicles, and he's qualified. He also is an apprentice from my father. My father taught him how to work on cars when he was like 11 and 12, had him changing tires, changing oil, and now he's a mechanic. He went to school to become a mechanic. But we're going to open up a business for the Southern Illinois area. All right, let's get into it, Moorish. Pardon me. I had to go into that. Again, I'm not doing any recruiting. This is not to do any recruiting. I am not here recruiting, okay? I'm here to share with you Noble Drew Ali. I'm here to share with you Noble Drew Ali, okay? So, Noble Drew Ali says to us in one of his warnings, hear me out as I read this warning to you. To be proclaimed in every meeting. Islam, I'm glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all. It's only a handful. It's not 20,000, 40,000, 50,000. I see the vision of a handful right here in America. He said, I'm glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all. I desire for them to know the truth. My message to you is not for you to join me or be with my club or my group. Astaghfirullah. I have no group or club. I do have a Maxim Enterprise, LLC. But guess what? Noble Drew Ali is over that too. I went to go set up a business, and Noble Drew Ali took over the business. Now call us the next one for the receipt on that. We got the receipts. I'm glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all. I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. If you're not speaking al-haq, if you're not speaking the truth, you're demonstrating the lower self. There's a host of jealousy. Check out that word host. It's a lot of people hate Noble Drew Ali, even those who say that they're with Noble Drew Ali. They hate Allah. He says there's a lot. He said there's a host of jealousy about me, Noble Drew Ali now, not Arnil Bey, no other Illa Bey, Noble Drew Ali, and the movement. Now by the same people of our side of the nation, our own melanated brothers and sisters, our own inside of the temples, our own. It's not the European, it's us. Wake up, you sleepy-headed Moors. Let's stop this stuff, man. Our people of the nation, they claim that I was only a joke and unreal. And I got to tell y'all, Moors, I've been using Noble Drew Ali for many years now. And without Noble Drew Ali, Arnil Bey would be a criminal. Arnil Bey would probably still be in prison. Because I come from a cloth where if you got to go to prison, that's what it is. Without Noble Drew Ali, I would be somewhere in a USP or behind the fence. Noble Drew Ali helped straighten me up, Moors. Praise Allah. I come from that life, the dark side. Just to give you an idea. And I don't sit down with Crips, Bloods, Stones, every other criminal organization. Not boasting and bragging. So without Noble Drew Ali, I was a demon waiting to be cast into a prison system. Praise Allah for Noble Drew Ali, because now I'm living. I was walking around obese, 550 pounds. Yeah, I can bench 450, but you 500 pounds, Mo. That's what Brother Leonard Bones said to me, who studied with the Nation of Islam. He stayed right here in Carbondale. He's from Cope, Illinois. He used to jog 20 miles every day out of the week, at least 4 times out of the week. After 150-something miles on his shoes, he'd throw them away and go get another pair. That's the cloth I come from. But without Noble Drew Ali, I was lost, Moors. I was out here. I had an ideal. I had already took my Shahada at the age of 12. I shahadu Allah ilaha illallah. I'm hearing what Imam Hawk is sharing with me, but I'm not understanding it. I'm hearing what my brothers from Saudi is sharing with me. They're giving me books. They're giving me everything, but I'm not understanding it. So I praise Allah for Noble Drew Ali. Yes, I did prison time. But once I said I was done, no criminal record, no going to jail for nothing. Praise Allah for that. No member with us has ever, I don't have a record of a brother or sister going to prison. In my 20-something years as being a Grand Sheikh, no one with us has been locked up, incarcerated. Praise Allah for that. But there's a host of jealousy about Noble Drew Ali and his movement, which is the Moorish Temple America Divine and National Movement. By the same people on our side, Moors, remember this. So when you hear another Moor speaking about another Moor bad, check them with divine love, in divine truth. When you hear another Moor trying to scorn on another Moor, tell them Noble Drew Ali didn't move like that. He had other people who moved like that, but he didn't move like that. So why are you moving like that? Because Noble Drew Ali told us to imitate I, the prophet. So here we go, Moors. But now since they have found out from the government officials in the nations of the earth, and see, these Moors know. These Moors are so dirty, they'll tell you, stay away from Neil Bey. This is why I was talking about my criminal record and my criminal history. He an agent. Again, no one with me, around me, has ever been locked up, incarcerated for anything. Period. An agent of Allah. At one particular time, I would chop your head off if I figured you was a dirty Moor. Now we done got older and say, man, you go to prison for that, so you can't do that, Neil Bey. I hit you in your mouth. That's what I used to do. You got a charter hanging up and you in here doing this and that, man, we gonna come holler at you. Remember I said I come from a criminal mindset. Raised up through Omega Psi Phi, growth and development, black gangster disciple, GD to growth and development. Still a Moorish American Muslim, and I'm still yelling, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. That's all my life. That's what I've been doing for the 50 years of my life. At 11, I told my mother, we was at Fake Temple Church of God in Christ. I told her I can't be a member here. Because when I read the Bible, they facing the east. Y'all not facing the east. So I've always been this way. But people will tell you, stay away from me. They hate Allah. And they hate the prophet. So they tell you to stay away from me because this is, I truly believe, lawfully and spiritually, we're the closest thing to Noble Drew Ali today. I love Pray for the Ill. I love some of these other Moors, but they tell me don't moan nobody's name. So I can only tell you, visit our website, mstahohr805.co. I don't care who your Supreme Grand Sheikh is, because there's only one real Supreme Grand Sheikh left to this movement, and that's Brother E. Milliel. Now, how did you, Arnil Bey, become a member of Home Office? We traced ourselves back. Moors, go trace yourself back and see if you're with Noble Drew Ali or are you with a group that claim to be with Noble Drew Ali. Trace yourself back. Go to the county and see if you can find you and your family in there. What we do over here in our home office, the reason we are a home office, we lawfully traced ourselves back to Allah and his divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Lawfully, we can take you to court. The reason we haven't took Moors to court is because people said the prophet was against it. But there's going to be a court to come. And the Moors going to have to respect it. We are your home office, lawfully. You need a name correction? You need to be calling home office. You need a baptism certificate? You need to be calling home office. Someone's needing counseling for mental situations? They need to call home office. We have doctors on board that's going to help you, who are ills and bays, who will their way to Allah. For every need you may have, for you, husbands, wives, and children, we offer it in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Take the class. I don't care who your Supreme Grand Sheikh is. Take our online class, Moors. Make this make sense to you and your family. Don't teach your children a whole bunch of lies and myth and fables that has no saving power whatsoever. So he says to us, but now they have found out from the government officials. This is how we found out who we were, Moors. We traced ourselves back because we didn't want to lose land. So I sat with the elders or the seniors in the movement, Rasadi Hill, Bailey Hill, Brother Braswell Bey, and even Kenyu Bey. We sat with them. And Jackson Bey, and all Khan Bey, and they all shared degrees. Hamid Ill, the H, Brother H, they used to call him. I used to have telephone calls with him before he passed. The closest thing I know about him now is Brother Billy Denham Hill. We got work to do. And a lot of the stuff that these brothers out here yelling has nothing to do with Noble Drew Ali. Okay, so he says to us, but we found out through the government who we were. They called me one day from the county and told me I had to come down there. I'm like, come down there? For what? It blew me. I tried to send Bailey Hill. I called for Braswell Bey. I called for Kenyu Bey. None of them wanted to go down there. Morris, go ask the county about the shelf life of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Sit with their heads. Ask them about the shelf life of our movement. Government officials now. He said this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as American citizens. So I'm only here sharing this with you. I don't care who your homeboy is. I don't care who you want to call your grandman. But what I want to share with you is we are here working on building our human needs. That didn't work either?
Oh, I put that's the one that came out.
Pop the hood. Pop the hood. Yes, sir. We're building on human needs. How are we building on human needs? When your children are going to get taken from you, they should already be in the Moorish Temple America system. They shouldn't be under any government system besides the Moorish Temple of America. And we teach this in our new members class. Baptism certificates. We don't use what this government give you. We don't want their instruments. Come out of Babylon. That's what the Bible tells you, right? Return all their stuff. This is why we're your home office, because lawfully, everything that we have in home office, they respect it. The governments contest it and respect it. First, they contest what we brought. They told us we went with the prophet at first. They told us what we had to do, according to the Herds Revised Statute. They'll tell you too. Now we had this set up, Moors. And some people say, well, say pull over. So some Moors say, well, my home office is a home office. I'm not here to argue with you about home office. But if you go ask the government officials who's under Prophet Noble Drew Ali, it's only a handful. I know I'm there. And I want to see you there. And you don't have to be a member of our group. We got to come out this group stuff, man. That group stuff is the gang stuff. Most of all your so-called Supreme Grand Sheiks are prisoners. Call me a lie. The only one who is not is Braswell Bay. Everybody else have a criminal record like I used to have until I was introduced to the Father and the Son, and I was able to use his words to free myself. And you got to do the same thing, man. Going to the temple, listening to a good sermon, it's got to be more than that. A feel-good sermon, it's got to be more than that. We're building on our human needs as American citizens. What are you doing to raise you and your family up? Not give me money or give another person money. What are you doing to help you and yours? Wake up, you sleepy-headed Moors. So this is what we teach over here. Islam. He said they're working every scheme that they can. And they're still doing it today, Moors, to disqualify him, not Neil Bay, but they had disqualified me. He an agent. Stay away from him. Tell him to show you records. Come up with documents. All Moors go to jail messing with him. All Moors, he gonna charge you 100 something. He's a fraud. Anything to keep you away from me. About those CPN numbers, I never created CPN numbers, but I still use CPN numbers. I created a Maxim Enterprise LLC, and the prophet came and smacked me in the face and said, no, I created that. So I create nothing. I don't like when Moors say things about me that's untruth, but I can't stop them. And I want to say, praise Allah for you, because you're making me famous. And I don't want to be famous. I want to be successful. I want Allah to be pleased with me. I don't want to be famous. Look, Moors, I was already famous before the Moorish Temple of America. I'm a popular dude from what I do. I'm a salesperson. For a long time, I'm a salesman. And I got businesses. So I sit with many people from all over the world. And I'm also a minister. Not just in the Moorish Temple of America. Most people only got credentials in the Moorish Temple of America. That's not me, Moor. We're going to show you some credentials here. I don't even have them in here today to pull them out. I was going to show you some credentials, but I don't have them in here. I usually keep my credentials in here. Let me see. But I have minister cards that I carry. So when I'm traveling, the agents, those policy officers or whatever, they respect you more when you know how to come in law. But I'm always at law. Catch the science. Islam? Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, Moors. Wake up and quit playing with yourself. Quit letting people tell you anything. Show and prove. How are you with Noble Drew Ali? Spiritually, I get it. But lawfully, how are you with Noble Drew Ali? Everybody ain't in law. Everybody has not done what the Hers Revised statute tell you to do. Because I can ask you one question. Do you have an acceptance letter? A lot of these Moors, Supreme Grand Sheiks, won't give you acceptance letter. How are you a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Divine and National Movement that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali set up in the county of Cook? We'll start there. This don't make us better than any other so-called leaders. I'm not here for that. I'm here to be your brother, and I'm here to give out the divine truth. I'm saying check out our website. Pay the $27.50 and take the online class. And if it don't work, any of that don't work, call me out. Call me a lie. But if it worked, take it to your temple and give it to your leader and give it to the members that you love. Islam? Say that again. Take the class. Save you, your family, your loved ones. Then take it to your temple and save them. That's what I'm here to do. Give you a way to come out of hell. It's prayer time, and I got to end. We do not championship to be the heads of the Moorish Science Temple of America. There's only one head of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Divine and National Movement. That is Noble Drew Ali. He is the supreme head and chairman. Emily is the Supreme Grand Sheik and Governor for Temple Number 1. That's what the record says. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I'll leave y'all with that. Let's do better so when our children... You know, a lot of children don't even stay in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Some of the people I grew up with, and I ain't going to say their family's last name because I don't want nobody to get upset. But I can say their names and brothers to say, yeah, you're right. In Chicago, in Lockport, Illinois, in Joliet, Illinois, in Kankakee, Illinois, in Detroit, Michigan, in Pontiac, Michigan. Don't let that be you and your children. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam. Check out the website, mstahohr805.co. Again, if you need counseling service, whether it's law counseling, it's available at the number 877-808-2477. Or you need mental health counseling, 877-808-2477. With that, we come in love, we leave in peace. Islam. You are the greatest.